Welcome to this lecture. In this lecture, we will discuss about how to convert any number system into hexadecimal number system. So myself Rakesh Trivedi. So let's start. So no friends, you know the hexadecimal number system is also known as base 16 number system. So total there are 16 possible unique symbols from 0 to 9, as well as symbols from capital A to capital F, where A is equal to 10. Similarly, F is equal to 15, and similarly in between you can get 11, 12, 13, 14 as a B, C, D, and E. Okay, so now we start converting hexadecimal number. So first we convert decimal to hexadecimal number system. So here 1578, that is equal to given in decimal number system, it is completely integer. So we use successive division method. So first 1578 divided by 16, that will give 98 as a quotient, 10 as a remainder. So this 10 is also equal to capital A in hexadecimal. Again 98 divided by 16, that will give 6 as a quotient and 2 as a remainder. And at last 6 divided by 16, that will give 0 as a quotient and 6 as a remainder. And this 6 is also known as MSB. So now arranging from MSB to LSB, we will get 6 to A in hexadecimal number system. So similarly, you can convert any integer decimal number into hexadecimal number system. Let's take one example in which decimal number is given in fractional part. So for fractional part, we use successive multiplication method. So now 0.467 multiply by 16, that will give 0.47 as a fraction and 7 as an integer. This 7 is also known as MSB. Okay, so now 0.47 multiply by 16, that will give 0.60 as a fraction and 7 as an integer. Again 0.60 multiply by 16, that will give 0.65 as a fraction and 9 as an integer. And at last we use 0.65 multiplied by 16, that will give 0.41 as a fraction and 10 as a integer. So now this 10 is equal to capital A, and which is also known as LSB. So now arranging from MSB to LSB, we will get 0.779A as a hexadecimal number. Okay, so now we are trying to convert a mixed decimal number into hexadecimal. So for integer 389, we use successive division method. So 389 divided by 16, that will give 24 as a quotient and 5 as a remainder. This 5 is also known as LSB. Okay, so 24 divided by 16, that will give 1 as a quotient and 8 as a remainder. And again 1 divided by 16, that will give 0 as a quotient and 1 as a remainder. So now arranging from MSB to LSB, we will get 185 in hexadecimal number. For fraction part 0.31, we use successive multiplication method. 0.31 divided multiply by 16, that will give 0.96 as a fraction and 4 as an integer. Again 0.96 multiply by 16, that will give 0.36 as a fraction and 15 as integer, where 15 is equal to F. Again 0.36 multiply by 16, that will give 0.76 in fraction and 5 as an integer. And at last 0.76 multiplied by 16, that will give 0.16 as a fraction and C as an integer, where C is equivalent to 12. So we use up to 4th multiplication stage. So now arranging from MSB to LSB, we will get 0.4F5C in hexadecimal. So now grouping both integer result as well as fraction result, we will get 185.4F5C in hexadecimal number. So far we have converted decimal to hexadecimal. So now we are moving towards binary to hex conversion. So this is binary number given in completely integer part. So how to convert binary to hex? So you know 4 binary digits, which is equivalent to 1 hexadecimal number. So for integer, we start the grouping from LSB to MSB. So from LSB, first group is 1110, that is equal to capital E. Next group is 0110, that is equal to 6, and then 0001, that is equal to 1. So we are adding 3 zeros before A, 1. Okay, so arranging from left to right, we will get 16E in hexadecimal number. This is mixed binary number, integer as well as fraction. So for integer, we start the grouping from LSB to MSB, and for integer part, for fraction part, we start the grouping from MSB to LSB. So first group is 1101, that is equal to D, and then 0001, we are adding 2 zeros, that is equal to 1. For fraction part, 1101 is the first group, that is equal to capital D, and 1, and with 3 more zeros adding, that will give 1000, that is equal to 8. And now arranging from left to right, you will get 1D point D8 as a hexadecimal output. Okay, so now so far we have converted binary to hex. Now we are trying to convert octal to hex conversion. So now first octal number which is converted into binary, and then binary to hex. So now each octal number can be represented by 3 equivalent binary digits. So 4 is equivalent to 100, 3 is equivalent to 011, and 5 is equivalent to 101. And now arranging from left to right, we will get this binary number. So now convert this binary into hexadecimal. So we start grouping of 4 digits from LSB to MSB. So first group is 1101, that is equal to D, then 0001, that is equal to 1, and then 0001, that is equal to 1. We are adding 3 more zeros. So arranging from left to right, we will get 1D as a final hexadecimal output. Okay. What if the octal number is given in fraction part? So we start grouping, representing octal number into binary number from MSB to LSB. So 7 is equivalent to 111, 2 is equivalent to 010, 2 is equivalent to 010, and 1 is equivalent to 001. And arranging from left to right, you will get this as a binary output. So now we are trying to group the 4 digits from MSB to LSB. Okay. So first group is 1110, that is equivalent to capital E, 14. Okay. Then another group is 1001, that is equal to 9, and again 0001, that is equal to 1. So now final result is from left to right, point E91. Okay. So this is how to convert. So far we have converted octal into hex. Now we are moving towards how to convert any number system into hexadecimal number system. Suppose we have base 3 number system over here. In base 3 number system, total 3 symbols are possible, 0, 1 and 2. Number greater than 2 is not possible here. So first convert this base 3 number system into decimal number system, and then we convert decimal to hex. So how to convert decimal? So we for integer part we start with the LSB and move towards MSB, and for fraction part we start with the MSB and move towards LSB, and we multiply the each digit with the power series of 3. So 0 multiplied by 3 raised to 0, plus 2 multiplied by 3 raised to 1, plus 1 multiplied by 3 raised to 2, plus 2 multiplied by 3 raised to minus 1, that is 2 divided by 3, plus 1 divided by 9, and plus 1 divided by 27, that will give 15.81 as a decimal output. If you add all these digit and weight, you will get this as a output. So now we are trying to convert this decimal into hex. So 15 is integer part. So 15, which is also equal to capital F. So no need to convert this 15 into successive division method. Now we use only for 0.81 as an integer part, and we try to convert this 0.81 into hexadecimal number. So here we use successive multiplication method. So 0.81 multiplied by 16, that will give 0.96 as a fraction, and C as an integer remainder. Okay. So what is equal to C? So C is equal to 12. So C is also known as MSB. Again 0.96 multiplied by 16, that will give 0.36 as a fraction, and F as a integer, where F is equivalent to 15. Okay. Now 0.36 multiplied by 16, that will give 0.76 as a fraction, and 5 as an integer, and at last 0.76 multiplied by 16, that will give 0.16 as a fraction, and C as a integer, where C is also known as 12 and C is also known as LSB. So now arranging from MSB to LSB, we will get 0.C55C in hex number. Okay. So now grouping this integer result as well as fraction result, we will get to final result F.C55C in hexadecimal output. So similarly, you can convert any base number system into hexadecimal number system. So that's all from my side. I hope you have enjoyed my lecture. In next lecture, we will discuss about binary operation, in which we will use binary addition rules, and we will solve some example based on binary addition rules. Okay, so we will meet in next lecture. So till then, be happy, be safe, be fearless, and keep faith in Almighty. Thank you very much.